Luma Labs just changed the game completely. They're now able to change any scene into a full-blown video production with VFX and everything. Check it out. Luma Labs said this is introducing Modify video. They said time to reimagine your video. In traditional video workflows, changing the world around a character means starting over. New renderers, new takes, new tools. That's slow, expensive, and creatively limiting. These are the words from the release. They said that they believe professional creatives should be able to reimagine environments, lighting, and textures without losing the integrity of the performance, motion, camera, or character. With Modify video, you can keep what matters and involve everything else, which is absolutely amazing. As you saw in those videos, they're able to transform normal iPhone camera video footage to go full-blown production, where you see this guy swinging around, what is this, a brush, and you can transport that to this Viking with the axe, where he's twisting around an axe. He's about to prepare for combat. There's another one here where it's some cover and two baskets and a stick, and you have it as a ship with waves. Not only that, there's another one with this person who's dunking, who changed the whole entire video to seem like a movie, like a Michael Jordan level movie, like a documentary where that person dunks too. They also have this, which is absolutely amazing, where is this person surfing but futuristically on a hoverboard, and the camera angle is very sporadic, panning around this person, a lot of zoom out, but the outcome is pretty good. There's another one where they have this mermaid, but you see the person's in a chair and legs on a cooler and they're just flapping their foot, but it translated so well over to the video where you see this mermaid actually on a rock. And there's a few more examples, like this person with these two freaking water jugs that turn into an owl, this dog jumping through hoops with these two girls that transformed into a actual tiger, and this person free falling on their back but transformed into an actual free fall. This is the power that you can use when trying out Luma Labs' new Modify video. They said you can restyle, retexture, and world swapping. So they say you can transform the look of a scene while keeping the motion and framing intact, turn a garage into a spaceship, shift from day to night, evolve low poly footage into cinematic realism. With Modify video, you don't lose the performance, you change the world around it, which is a pretty powerful statement if you ask me. But that's not where it ends. These before and afters are absolutely crazy. You can see somebody making a whole movie just from this type of thing. This is just insane how you can even do this with AI nowadays. They have this low render of, if you ever seen behind the scenes of VFX or animation, like a Spider-Man or superheroes, you see on the left where it's just all gray and clayish. On the right, they actually redid it with a whole bunch of upscaled renderings of the buildings and everything, but the camera motions is staying the same. That's the power of Luma Labs. Same thing with these people who are jumping out of a truck. They have good camera angles and a good character acting. But on the right, it seems like something out of a video game, a cutscene. And with Luma Labs, definitely amped it up a lot more. It's like real life motion capture, almost. They also did something where somebody's walking on this bench, but in the after on a tightrope. That's crazy. Doing this, you can really bring to life a lot of people's imaginations and creativity using a low budget. I'm not saying this is free, but it's cheaper than actually trying to do it yourself in the real life doing those stunts or trying to do it in a studio. They also have this person who's behind this box and shooting at this zombie. And you see it's a Nerf gun, and over there to the right, it's the actual zombie dying. By the way, I am trying to grow this channel and keep up with the latest and greatest AI news and give you all a huge dose of it. So if you want to support, I would definitely like if you smash the subscribe button. That would go a long way. Let's get back to the examples. You see this person who's walking out, which seems like this neighborhood is a staple for a lot of these examples, but has a towel around their neck. And then you see the person to the right who's on a mountain, but you see the cape flowing. Even like a x-ray where you see the person moving their hands, but you see on the right side that the hands are see-through. This person who's thumping around walking on the left, you see the person on the right, like a whole new camera animation, new stars, new skies and everything. Even with this son and dad where he's piggybacking on this person, turned into a whole dragon video, which kind of loosely follows animation because the drag is not, well, around crawling on the ground at all. There's more too, where they say you can have isolated motion VFX on scene elements. They can edit individual elements like wardrobe, face, props, and skis without changing the entire shot. Whether you're aging the character in a scene, changing the shirt color for continuity, or adding a UFO in the sky, it's all possible. No green screen, no tedious tracking. As you see, they're displaying this with this person being beamed up with the UFO, where the dad's picking up the son in the left, but actually being beamed up to this light source to the right. But you see this person who's rapping on the left side, and on the right, it's like an animation. Really good animation too, might I add, which matches the movements pretty well. There's another one where this person is posing, but on the right, every time the camera shakes, it's a new wardrobe change, which is what they try to highlight. On the left, on the one at the bottom, is this dude dancing in the middle of the house, but on the right, you see that, well, it's a whole different scenery, different painting, as well as he's in a suit, bow tie, red suit, and pants. And at the bottom, you see this person with his own Toyota, but it changed it to this exotic car. It doesn't really seem like it has a logo, but definitely you can tell it's a lot more fancier than what he was on previously. And these things are absolutely breathtaking. Testing of what Luma Labs can do from the end user perspective, but it says the advantages to Modify Video is, unlike prompt only tools like static filters, Modify Video is designed for high fidelity creative control across a full timeline of shot. Modify Video uses advanced performance signals in pose, facial expression, and scene structure to understand what to preserve and what to reimagine. You can guide the output with visual references, first frame images, or prompts, but the design always starts with you. So you can basically start with an image, so it can transform a video to another video using an image, and using your video that you recorded as the driving image. That's what it sounds like. Or you can use a visual reference where it's like, hey, I want it to have this type of vibe, and you can give it the vibe and it'll output it, as well as a prompt. If you just want to describe it, it really can. It says you can preserve the motion and action using performance signals like pose, lip sync, and facial tracking. You can do multiple output variation for the same pose, based for rapid style exploration and client feedback. So if you want to do 4 different outputs in a few different styles, so you can give more examples or feedback on what may happen. As well as prompt optional, like interface to control outputs with visuals, not guesswork. So you can do more of a image to video type of restyling of a video than to use a prompt to try to describe it, right? They say pictures are worth 1,000 words, so a video or image is better than a 2-sentence prompt, right? It's a native resolution support, which includes a 16:9 and 720p formats for seamless integration, and structured presets. Choose between 3 presets to find. So these are how far you want AI to take it. It's basically like a sliding scale where you had adhere, which closely follows the original video looks and structure, mainly prioritizing retexturing. So if you just want to coat a paint on your video, maybe a different type of style, that's what you would use. Flex is a kind of middle tier, which balances model creativity and input fidelity, perfect for controlling transformations while preserving key elements. So maybe if you want a whole new redesign, but you still want the movements and everything to be pretty closely aligned to what it was in the video, that's like the middle tier. And then Reimagine is a complete rebrand, lets the AI kind of run wild. And that's not all. They actually went head to head with Runway ML on this. and they have a graph where they have Runway ML and Luma to see how people prefer it, and pretty much they prefer Luma in every use case. It seems like besides one where it's structurally similar to input image, where it seems like Runway does kind of edge out, but when it comes to pleasing to watch, Luma. When it comes to follow motion video input, Luma. Temporal consistency, Luma. When it comes to facial animation of video input, Luma by a mile. And it follows the prompt, Luma, but that's pretty close between Luma and Runway. There are also some more inputs where you see this person who's taking off their jacket and throwing their hat, and you see side-by-side comparison, Luma Modify video and Runway video, and you see that's not really as consistent. There's a little bit of hallucinations with Runway versus Luma. Same thing with these people who are in their backyard, and it's like this kind of fight breaks out. You see there's some differences with Luma versus, or Runway kind of is transforming a little bit more versus Luma, which is more consistent, of course. And you see that they have the driving performance and the input, and then they just let it run wild. Same thing with this soccer, where this person's dribbling the ball with their feet versus, well, Runway, where it's like, I don't know what it's doing, reappearing and floating. And also they have this one where this person's dancing, using hands, just vibing, and Runway just completely hallucinating. But Luma's doing really good, but of course, it is their announcement, and of course they're gonna belittle the competition a little bit. Either way, these are great examples of how good AI has come and how good video generations are. If you want to keep up with the latest and greatest AI news, you definitely like and subscribe, but tell me what you think down below. Comment, do you think that this is a complete game changer or just another step in the long road of humans being replaced by AI? It's not going to be long until we can't even know who is who, what's real and what's not. But if I keep on stumbling over my words, at least I'm human. With that being said, your boy Not Dexter out.